Professor. This is Group 10. It's Milan, Dhanush, David, and I. We present the TATA Life Challenge. So we got the company and strategy analysis, then go into the solution and the process. So TATA is a Indian multinational conglomerate holdings company that was established in 1868 and got its headquarters in Mumbai in India, and has a market cap of more than $1.8 billion and a presence in more than 150 countries. Strategies analysis. In 2000, Tata Tea purchased British giant Tetley for $407 million. In 2005, Tata acquired Goodhart Corporation and 8 O'Clock Coffee in the US. In 2006, the company introduced a brand new independent brand named Tea Pigs. And in 2007, new opportunities arose for the firm. This time it was in the bottled water markets, water known as Himalayan. The joint ventures. In 2010, the organization established a new corporate identity under the name of Tata Global Beverages. In 2011, the company had a 50-50 joint venture alongside PepsiCo. In 2012, Tata and Starbucks Operation joined forces, the 50-50 joint venture named Tata Starbucks Limited. And as of right now, the move was successful with 160 stores operating in India. The insights: to improve the Tata market position and accelerated growth, the best solution is to carry on with the merge and acquisition strategy. For these main reasons: accessing funds or valuable asset for new development, prevent Tata businesses underperforming, accessing a wider customer base and increasing Tata market share, diversification of the products, services, and long-term prospects of Tata businesses, and reducing your costs and overheads, and reducing competition.
Now we are going to talk about the strategy and solution of what Tata can do in the UK market. Before entering into any market, it is important to do a proper market research about the potential opportunities in the market. We researched about the UK market dynamics and how it will benefit our solution. We identified that one of the major trends in UK is sustainable companies. Companies that use sustainable methods are gaining significant market share, especially in the prime segment. Also, there are different products coming into the market every single day to meet the need for innovative and unique products in the UK market. We also found out that the UK market has huge demand for cold beverages when compared against hot ones. So we think that apart from its black tea portfolio, it would be beneficial if Tata can tap into other markets as well. Some of the major challenges that we found Tata is currently facing is that the black tea markets have stagnated, affecting the Tata consumer products top line market in developed countries such as US and EU, and it's gradually declining in UK as well. The company relies heavily on its black tea portfolio, and about 40% of its activities are carried out internationally. This is the problem Tata is currently facing, as it has a less wide range of products. Another issue is that the return on capital and investment is low, which means that it must improve its financial metrics. The use of capital is huge and the return has been insufficient, and the company has to address this issue as soon as possible. Now let's introduce the company that we plan to acquire for the UK market, Boxed Water. Boxed Water is a sustainable water company that is changing the manner in which water is sold, dispatched, and consumed. Boxed Water was the first national organization to offer an alternative to plastic bottles. Over their 10-year history, they have become the leader in sustainable package category. The organization intends to give buyers a better choice when buying water while still enjoying the convenience of grab and go. Every carton is recyclable and 100% BPA free. The item is reasonably sourced and deliberately sanitized near end consumption to lessen the transportation carbon emission. Box water is presently sold nationwide and is turning out to be readily available every day. And we see a huge potential for Tata acquiring this company.
Now we will be looking on the process part for Tata and Boxed Water. The timeline: the first month we'll be creating urgencies and bringing awareness as we'll be hosting 2 to 3 seminars. On second month we'll be creating a CAB, which is like change advisory board with selected people and also recruit from both companies and train them in order to adapt the Tata and UK culture. On third month, we will be communicating to the workers about our vision and also our objectives, such as assembling them into teams and assuring them the incentives. Once they finish when we finish our teamwork project, we will be giving them the incentives. On the fourth month, we will be creating the start of Teamwork One, which will be consist of finance, marketing, and logistics department. On fifth month, we'll be monitoring the Teamwork One and also maybe assuring them and also providing them some help if they need and also creating a KPI from the team leaders. On 6 month, we'll be ending the Teamwork One, analyzing all the result, and we'll be beginning the Teamwork Two, which is admin and operations department. On 7th to 9th month, we'll be monitoring Teamwork Two and also we'll be creating a KPI for them from respective team leaders. On the 10th month, we'll be ending the Teamwork 2, analyzing all the results on that, and begin the Teamwork 3, which is HR and R&D, and also we'll be making on the operations department if we need more assistance on that. And also we'll be monitoring the Teamwork 3 as well as we'll be creating a KPI for that. We'll be ending the Teamwork 3 and analyzing all the results, and we'll be beginning the Teamwork 4, which is like a minor part which will be engaging in the project, which will be like a public relation department. We'll be monitoring the Teamwork 4. On the 16th month, we'll be ending all the teamwork projects, anchoring all the change needed in the company, and if there's any needed to change an implementation plan, as well as giving all the incentives which we have promised to them. Now we'll be looking on the Coda's 8-step model, followed by Dhanush will be explaining that.
Step 1 for creating the sense of urgency around the need for change will help in an initial spark to get things moving. The management can start by identifying current organizational threats and opportunities that can be exploited. We can create a sense of urgency in the first month via seminars and emails. We'll introduce the changes in the environment to the employees as well as the future merger. We will engage with the employees about the current situation and give them convincing reasons to get them started thinking about the change. Step 2. For the second month, we will create the change advisory board. The CAB will examine and make the requested changes a priority, monitor the change process, and provide management with feedback. The team will consist of 8 members, along with one top manager from both companies to work. The job of the workers is to have input from staffs about how they feel about the transition, how many people oppose or embrace it, and how the relationship between the two companies is working. The task of the top manager is to gather input and to assess the risks and consequences arising from this transition and to ensure that the implementation is done perfectly. The team will also follow a meeting schedule and meet 4 times each 4 quarters to examine and analyze how people are adopting to the change. Step 3. If the business are all set for the transition, we will formally introduce the vision or the roadmap in order to specifically address the effort in one particular direction. We will address about how Tata and Boxwater together will reaffirm the presence in UK while making a step towards sustainability. Step 4. How we communicate with our employees about the vision is going to determine the success of change. The first step will be to addressing our employees about why changes are being made in the company. We will communicate with a compelling story of the purpose of this change and talking about sustainability we are implementing to saving the environment. The second step will be to invite a general assembly to introduce a new company, Boxed Water, to the team of Tata Global Beverages UK. This assembly can be used to formally introduce Boxed Water into Tata family. The next step will be to have the founder of Boxed Water, Mr. Benjamin Go, to talk about his company, their vision, and what they do to save the environmental impact. We will even include reasons and data regarding why we choose Boxed Water over any other company by presenting sales revenue and growth of company so that employees feel confident about this change. The last step will be to introduce the change advisory board to the company, and we will further talk about how companies will work together and create a formal email such as feedback at the rate of Tata Box Water for any feedback from employees.
Okay, so when it comes to step 5, it's basically gonna be consisting of starting to build team exercises. We also train the employees for the USP in order to minimize the barriers. So our external communication plan consists of 3 different factors, which is the media, website, and purpose. So on the first quarter, we're gonna do a founder speech, a press release. We'll also have Forbes and Bloomberg article to promote the acquiring of Box Water. We also have 2 different commercials, both in YouTube and TV, in order to promote the launch of our new product. When it comes to websites, in our website, we're going to publish the financial reports each and every single quarter. And every 2 quarters, we'll be updating on the overall performance of Box Water. On the first quarter, this will be really important for at least our stockholders, which is going to be the reason on acquiring the brand. So they are well informed on why we thought it will be a great asset for our company. And most importantly, the purpose will be carried out throughout the rest of our owning of this company, which will be maintaining sustainable as the main factor. When it comes to internal communication plans, there's 4 main key stakeholders, which are employees, managers, and owners, as well as board of directors. So basically, to keep our employees engaged, they should be given adequate information coming from the upper management, so everybody is on the same page. This will be done by phone calls, letters, seminars, and emails. And when it comes to managers, they should be constantly engaged with their employees as well as their top managers. And they will be doing this as well by emails, meetings, etc. The owners and both board of directors play a big part because they have to be basically meeting up in order to take the big vital decisions for the company. So they are very big stakeholders, as well as informing the rest of the community what's going on in TATA and Box Water. So step 6 is mostly creating a consultative workplace where everybody has a saying. Also, we're going to create different rewards in order to encourage and achieve the objectives. We're going to create a 17-member because that's a more effective way of working. We will also give a different work assignment to each unique team, so they have a specific and are basically more effective, and this will also motivate the employees. So after completion of 1 year and creating long-term objectives, managers will work on the momentum and analyzing and accepting the errors. This will be great because it will be better for us to improve in the future. We'll also eliminate the unnecessary strategies and tasks in order to increase productivity. So step 8 will basically be instituting the permanent change. We will identify where we were successful and where we were not in order to learn from our mistakes. We'll also take into consideration all feedbacks, both positive and negative. And we'll be also inquiring on concerning changes. And we'll also try to maintain teamwork spirit for the long run in order for our company to be successful long term.
This is a first look of the stakeholders analysis. So first, the employees of TATA and Box Water fall under high interest due to their job security and low power as they are receiving orders from executive management. The competitors also have high interest due to market share TATA acquired after this acquisition and low power as no access to internal influence. Management and owners have high interest to know merge information, company's performance and operations. Has high power as controlled by executives of both TATA and Box Water. And the last one is the TATA acquisitions, low interests as they are not directly impacted by acquisition and has low power due to different segmentation.